The next subject matter is going to be Pokemon Pocket. We had their soft launch this past week where a lot of players moved to New Zealand and started playing the game. Unofficially launched in New Zealand, I should say, and players from the region could download the game and start checking out the overall meta vibe and feel. I'm not going to speak from my personal experience. I'm going to speak from a friend. Basically, my information on this is that the game feels really solid. The packs have been really nice to free to play, but they do also have that FOMO component where it's like you do want to keep buying and buying. They've talked about here the 2 packs a day. We're trying to limit any sort of crazy spend, etc. But not the worst. Not too egregious, not too battle passy in that. There is a battle system. The battle games have felt very fluid, very intuitive to people who've played the card game before, but it has the slimmed down version, the slimmed down flair. So we're starting to see the meta pan out overall on that. Nick, have you gotten to see any videos, any streamers, any sort of hands-on experience happen with this game yet?
No, I haven't really looked at it, because the only thing is just the game cut in half, right? So it's just looking at the art and stuff like that for me.
As far as prize pools go, yeah, it's 3 points versus the 6 points.
Yeah, so I haven't checked it out to see how the apps work, and that's the only thing that I think about. How intuitive the app is, how nice it is for new people who don't use TCG apps like that. And what the deck builder looks like. The other deck builder is pretty good, so I assume it'll be the same.
Gotcha. Yeah, overall, from my experience, to sort of your question, here's a gameplay of a specific deck, Starmie deck. The deck builder, this is what we're kind of looking at right now. It's pretty fluid. It's pretty fluid and fluent in what you want to do. You can customize certain things. You pick out cards. You get a max of 2 cards, 2 of each individual card you can put in, up to 20 cards in a deck. You edit the deck, you plus minus it to just add and remove. So it's really smooth, really intuitive that way. Overall, pretty solid looking game. Here are the streamers going into a battle mode, Nick. So I'm going to speed this up so we can take a look, but let me know if you want it a little bit slower so we can see what plays he's making going on. This is a Starmie EX deck. I believe it's using Misty as a cornerstone, and the Misty card, I believe, gives water type Pokemon extra energy based on how many heads they spin, how many head coin flips they make in a row. So generally speaking, it's the same format. Game opens up here. You put out your basic Pokemon on the map. If you don't have any Pokemon on your bench,
the whole thing is shrunk. There we go. That's the other difference. The whole thing is shrunk. Your bench is shrunk. Interesting.
Precisely. Three Pokemon bench, 3-point game, first to 3. The competitive aspect, you have a 20-minute time limit. There's some specific time limits to play your hand on each turn or make a decision on cards. And generally speaking, yeah, you can see how a meta is starting to form out. They're using a Starmie EX deck, so they're going to basically try to get out that Starmie they have there as quick as possible. I think the play here currently is they're going to take that Krabby, evolve it to a Kingler. They do have a little bit of type disadvantage for certain Pokemon, but most of it's not on this matchup. And you do kind of have to worry about it in this one because each Pokemon matters more. It means more because you're only playing to 3. EX Pokemon are worth 2 points, and every other Pokemon is worth 1 point.
Yeah, I got nothing for it. Yeah.
Not a problem, man. Just kind of taking a look at the general gameplay here, because it is a game that I think is going to make a lot of waves when it comes to Pokemon. It is going to cause a lot of attention to be grabbed, and we're going to start seeing a lot of people join. You can have I think you're going to see the diehard fans of Pokemon and Pokemon TCG, but I think you're going to get the collectors starting their digital collection on this because it is very art focused. It is very like collector focused in that sort of way. But in that same aspect, these competitive games they're simpler. They're easier to get in. They're more entry level, but like that doesn't diminish their skill ceiling. People are going to be able to do a lot of cool things, look at in a lot of fun ways, and make stuff happen pretty awesomely overall. And like I wanted to show this because it is a quicker story, but this is the thing that came out this week, and we kind of didn't expect it to come out this week. So this soft launch, they're Kingler knocking out from 2 coin flips. They're able to do 160 damage and knock out that Pokemon from them coin flips. So bit of a high risk, high reward Pokemon. And
yeah, my thoughts are like, does this just change the meta? Like the cards are the same, but like, is it changing the meta?
Absolutely. I would think absolutely, like, because you've got less points to play with.
So I mean, so I didn't know that like the bench was like, I was like, all right, three prizes, whatever, right? That's half the prizes. It's faster to win the game. The game is overall like actually different with like the bench being 3. And different aspects and stuff like that, right? So I will strongly say that any given time that you have a massive discrepancy between paper and your online format is not good. The players don't like it. It never works out well for, like, there's weird stuff and some people might like it, but you shouldn't really have a separation. So hopefully it's not changing the meta, because you wouldn't want like the world championship to not be in this game, right? Like the world championship decks won't be in this game.
Well, that's where I think, actually, here's a good question for you or any of the viewers that are watching. Give me your thoughts on this. This game is going to have 3 bench, first to 3, is sort of a slimmed down version of the traditional TCG. Because it's a slimmed down version, and then you could go to Pokemon Live app, which would be the full version of Pokemon card game. Does it matter that it's a different meta, or is it like a nice like adjacent sort of competition competitiveness aspect to it?
I mean, personally speaking, from like Magic, no, it puts me off. I don't want to learn cards that I don't want to waste brain space on stuff that doesn't matter. Like as far as like the cards are concerned. So like if you're trying to learn the meta and the metas are different, like the people who play paper are most likely not going to play this.
Interesting. We'll see how that sort of pans out. I think another point that might be valid and valuable in this is that currently they do not have plans for a ranked ladder in this game. They do not have plans to bring this version of TCG to Worlds. So it's kind of this isolated system. They don't have trading yet. They're expecting trading to come after the hard release at the end of October. But currently in soft release, you can matchmake with randoms on the internet, send friend requests. You can play matches against friends in person, or you could play matches against bots. So the competitive aspect is still pretty casual by those metrics. And I wonder then how much does that inform, their plans? It does definitely discusses and advises, their mindset on an approach of this slimmed down format. But then how much does it impact the overall, like you're saying, the traditional TCG players for Pokemon?
Yeah, it's just an interesting thing.
All right. Well, a lot of questions to be answered. The soft launch happened this week overall. I believe if you wanted to play, there is going to be some information out there. You could VPN into New Zealand and download. I believe you might need to grab an APK to do that. the download file and not download it directly from the stores. I believe that's how a lot of players are currently doing that. Or you could traditionally just fly over there, download the game, but that might be a little bit harder to stay in there for the next month if you're that committed. Either way, let us know your thoughts if you've gotten your hands on Pokemon Pocket just yet. If you're excited for this game getting in the hard release, the official release date, if you think it's going to make a big difference from the meta standpoint, like Nick was saying, the traditional TCG meta, is that going to make a big impact and difference to this? But a lot of questions to be answered right now, and we're looking forward to walking through this and seeing how it develops throughout every step.